In my first video, I explained how the stock market works. I emphasized that investors who buy stock in corporations listed on public exchanges like the New York Stock Exchange or the NASDAQ demonstrate a consistent preference for companies with increasing sales and profit. Stock investors value growth over any other factor. So the leaders of these corporations are expected to make business decisions that will grow the company's earnings each year. Let's take a closer look at what this means. Profit, also called earnings, refers to the total revenues, the money that comes in from all the sales of a corporation's products, minus the total expenses of producing and delivering those products to the customers who purchase them. So it's pretty straightforward, really. Corporations can grow earnings in two ways: by increasing sales and/or by reducing expenses. For a newer and smaller company with a hot product, the strategies often focus mostly on finding and marketing the product to new markets while developing new products to sell to the growing customer base. For the largest, most mature companies, however, the strategies become more challenging. As a corporation becomes larger and the market becomes more and more saturated with that company's products, it becomes much more difficult to grow sales at the same rate as before. Consider that the revenues of our largest corporations now exceed the gross domestic product of most countries in the world. The main thing to notice is that the expectation for profit growth never ends. No matter how large a corporation gets or how much money it makes, the pressure remains for its profits to be even greater next year. So the strategies for the largest corporations will always include a strong focus on reducing expenses. Generally, a company's largest expense is labor, which includes employee salaries and benefits. This is why we see large, profitable corporations sending jobs to other countries to access lower-cost labor. It's also driving the rapid push to automation, which reduces the overall number of employees on the payroll. Another significant expense for corporations is corporate income tax. Similar to the personal income tax we pay as individuals, profitable corporations are expected to pay a percentage of their earnings to acknowledge and sustain the value of public education, shared infrastructure, government-funded research and innovations, and other important publicly funded programs. But the pressure to grow profit eventually forces CEOs of our largest corporations to target ways to reduce or eliminate corporate income taxes. Some American companies have even moved their headquarters offshore. The net effect is a dramatic reduction in the funding of some of our most important public and social programs. It may be time to reevaluate the way we emphasize growth as the primary measure of corporate success and shareholder value. In my next video, we will take a step back and look at the broad economic, environmental, public health, and community impacts of this pressure we as shareholders place on corporations to grow profit.